Hey, what's wrong with you, man? You ain't subscribed yet? IUIC Atlanta Burning 2.0. What you waiting on? Get it done. Do it now.
Hey, get them clicks, get them likes, and subscribe. Do it now.
What do you think is going to fix our communities? We tried economics, we tried the Million Man March, we did all that, and we still in the same conditions as we are now. So how do we fix our communities? What must we do to fix it?
Find enough brothers, big brothers at that, to bring the younger generation to a home. Okay. With the stupidity that they see through media.
Okay, so we need examples, we need leaders.
We need great examples, because the only niggas we got examples now is these so-called rappers that get extorted.
I like what you said. Yeah, a lot of our young brothers.
Real gangsters.
True.
I be trying to tell that to my little partners that sit in my chair, you feel me?
Yeah.
Them niggas y'all look up to on that TV screen, it's another nigga telling him he a bitch.
That's true. Go to Psalms 37 and 12, right? All of this is by design, because the people that sign their checks don't look nothing like us. There's somebody behind that's pushing, that wants you to push that kind of music. Drill music, killing, murdering, and all that kind of stuff. They the ones, the Caucasian people are the ones who sign those paychecks, who's giving them the rappers, young guys, 21, 22, millions of dollars. They don't know what to do with that money. So when they get that money, they blowing it, buying the most expensive cars, jewelry, women, you name it. They're going to destroy it. They're going to run through it. It's by design for a purpose. They know that. They know the quickest way to destroy a nation is through the family. You start with the family. Destroy the family structure, and everything else will fall. Read that.
Psalms chapter 37 and verse 12.
Read.
The wicked plotted against the just.
So the wicked is the other nations. They plot against the just. We the just. We always have been God's just people. We just fell off from our good graces from what we're supposed to be doing, right? Read.
And gnasheth upon him with his teeth.
That goes into their lies. They're speaking lies against us. They always have done that against us, right? Read. Is there more on that?
The Lord shall laugh. You want that?
Yeah, you can read that.
Verse 13. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming.
Right. So his day is coming. Everybody that ever said anything about us or did any harm to us, the children of Israel, us so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, their day is coming. You reap what you sow. If you sow in discord, hatred, and murder, and you killing the people, that's going to come to your people. The same thing going to happen. Same thing you did to us is going to happen to you. That's just how it is. That's justice according to the Bible, right?
Okay, so when that turning point will actually reach, am I going to be able to visualize that, or that's just something we're going to have to practice and preach until it actually happens?
You're going to be able to visualize it if you keep the commandments. You got to be on God's good graces and do that. So if you're out here just doing whatever, you're in the midst of sin, the same judgment that he had for them is going to be for you as well. It's the same thing. So read that. Give me Matthew 19:16. Because our whole purpose, while God created us, was we were supposed to come down and be the example to everybody. Everybody's supposed to follow us. They already follow us now, everything that we do. From music to style, to clothes, to knowledge, to everything that we have to offer. Everybody follows us. This world will be nothing without us. Read this. Matthew, you can start at 19:16. Yeah.
Matthew chapter 19 and verse 16. Read. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
So you have a brother that came up to Christ. And he asked Christ, how do I get eternal life? I want to live forever. Look, this is what Christ said. Read.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one.
So Christ is giving all honor to the Father. He said, why you calling me good? There ain't nothing good but one, right? Read.
That is God.
That's God. That's the Father. Read.
But if thou would enter into life.
But if you want the kingdom, you want to live forever, you want to see that righteous judgment, you want to see what's going to happen to those other nations, right? Read.
Keep the commandments.
You got to do what?
Keep the
You
commandments.
got to keep the commandments. If you're not keeping the commandments, that same judgment that he had for them, it's going to be for you. But just like you know better, you do better. Just like kids, you got parents, you got the older siblings, and you got the younger siblings. Majority of the time, mom leave the house or your father leave the house, and he tell the older sibling, hey, look after your brothers and sisters. Something go wrong in the house, yeah, everybody probably gonna get a beating. Majority of the time, who gonna get the beating first? The oldest, because you know better. I taught you, you know better. Why didn't you teach that to your young brothers and your young sisters? You know better. So the same punishment that I'm gonna give them, you actually gonna get it worse. You're gonna get it worse because you know what to do and you didn't do it. John 7. John 7. Is that Matthew 7 or John 7? 7:21. 7:21. Matthew 7:21. I'm sorry. Yeah, Matthew 7:21. It's the same thing what our people gonna be saying. They're gonna be saying, Lord, Lord, haven't I done what you said? And he's gonna say, no, you didn't do what I said. You didn't keep the commandments. So therefore you're not gonna have eternal life. You're not getting into the kingdom. Read that.
Matthew chapter 7 and verse 21.
Read.
Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Right, so everybody ain't getting into the kingdom of heaven. It's not happening. Because a lot of our people don't want to forsake their ways. They don't want to do what this Bible say, right? Read.
But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
So, but him that do the will of the Father is the commandments. You read that in Psalm 40 and 8. That's the will. The will of God is keeping his commandments. So Christ is saying, everybody that do my will, read.
He that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
Read.
Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name?
Right.
And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works?
Read.
And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you.
Christ will say, I don't know you. Get away from me. I never know you. I never knew you. Because you didn't follow what I told you to do. So that's what we must do. So like you were saying, would you be able to see that? Yeah, you would see it, but what side would you want to be on? Would you want to be on the side of the judgment happening and you are part of the judgment, or are you witnessing the judgment and you on the side of the Lord? So you gotta make up that decision. And how you do that, what we've been saying all day, is keeping the commandments. You gotta keep the commandments. So since we in the barbershop, I'm going to give y'all one in the barbershop, right? We in the barbershop, we like to get our hair cut. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's in the Bible. That's biblical. I'm going to show you that real first. I'm going to show you that real quick. Ezekiel 5. So, yeah, in 1. So the Lord, he don't like us walking around looking like bums or whatnot. He teaches us to get a haircut to look good. We are ambassadors to his representation, right? So read this.
Ezekiel chapter 5 and verse 1.
So this craft that we doing now, cutting hair, we always did this. This is something we always did. Read.
And thou, son of man, take thee a sharp knife, take thee a barber's razor.
A what?
A barber's razor.
Read.
And cause it to pass upon thine head and upon thy beard. Then take thee balances to weigh and divide the hair.
That's talking about getting a haircut. So get groomed up, look nice. The Lord was always about that. We all this craft, this skill that we have. That's why getting a haircut it says a lot about a man. It changes us when you get a haircut. You look totally different. So God was never against that. This is something that we used to do and we still doing it right now. But the stipulations to getting a haircut. Let's go to the law. Let's go to the law when getting a haircut. So when you getting a haircut, here's the do's and don'ts of getting a haircut. Read this.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 27.
Read.
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads,
right?
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
So when it says round, it's talking about balling your head. You can't ball your head like Michael Jordan and Tyrese. When we was in Egypt, that's what a custom that we did. The Egyptians, they would shave all the hair off of their bodies, from their head all the way down to their feet. They didn't have any hair. They didn't like hair. So that was a custom that we kept. We would ball our heads. The Lord said, you can't do that. I don't want y'all balling your head. That's an Egyptian custom. Read.
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Now, when it says mar, it means destroy. It means destroy your beard. I like the one in 25. Give me 21 and 5.
Yes, sir. Leviticus chapter 21 In verse 5.
Read.
They shall not make baldness upon their head.
Read.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
So the Lord don't want you to shave off the corners of your beard, meaning shave it off. For instance, a lion, right? You got a male lion and a female lion. What's the difference between the two? The mane. All praise, you got it on point. The mane, right? That's a badge of manly dignity. The Lord said, I don't want you to do that. One of the first things they did to us when we came here,
Shaved our heads.
shaved your head and shaved off your beard off your face and called you what? A boy. A boy. That's what they called us.
Took away your man.
Exactly. They did it spiritually and they did it physically. Shave off all the hair in your face, off your face and your head. That's what they did to us. The Lord don't want us to do that. These are customs that we must not do. Right? The Lord is saying that. I'm gonna show you another custom. Leviticus 13. And then Leviticus 13, right? This is a trend that our people, they love to do. We love to do it. We don't think nothing of it. A lot of our people say, ain't nothing wrong with it. It's the style. It's the new generation. This is what we do, right? Read this.
Leviticus chapter 13 and verse 29.
Read.
If a man or woman have a plague upon the head or the beard.
Now, a plague, is that a good thing or a bad thing? A bad thing, right? So the Lord, he's talking about a plague, right? Read it again.
If a man or a woman have a plague upon the head or the beard.
Right? So if they have a plague, if they have this disease, this despicable disease, right? Read.
Then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in the sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair.
A what?
A yellow thin hair.
What's a French word for the word yellow? Start with a B.
Beige?
Nah, you close. You get in there. It's Caucasians. They're born like this. Some of them are blonde, right? So blonde, right? Read that again one more time.
And there be in it a yellow thin hair.
So a yellow thin hair to have, that's a plague. The Lord said, y'all can't have no yellow thin hair. Now some of them might come out born like that. That's why he call it a plague. It's, they just shave it out or whatnot. But this is going into us coloring our hair. Like a lot of us color our hair yellow. We like the yellow. We want to, have the yellow tips, dread tips, or whatever, or yellow hair. Our sisters, they put the blonde, yellow weave in their hair and all that. The Lord said that's a plague. You ain't supposed to be doing that. Read that again.
Then the priest shall see the plague, and behold, if it be in the sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair,
Read.
then the priest shall pronounce him unclean.
So with that hairstyle, that having your hair like that, you're unclean in the eyes of the Lord. He don't want you to do that. Caucasians, they naturally born like that. You're not naturally born with blonde hair. We do things to our hair for it to get that color. We're not naturally born like that. You may have a few instances where it happens. They call it albinos. When they come out, they black and they have blonde hair. That's just a part of their pigmentation. That's what happens to them. But that's not what he's talking about. But a lot of our people, we do that. The reason why we do it because we want to look like somebody that we're not. A lot of us say we don't, but it's been beaten into us. We want to look like whoever is ruling, right? Proverbs 3:31, and I'm going to give it to you up to say. God has always told us not to envy other people. We're the greatest people on the planet. Why should we have to envy anybody? Everybody envies us. We don't have nothing that they want. Read this.
Proverbs chapter 3 and verse 31.
Read.
Envy thou not the oppressor.
So God said, don't envy your oppressors, right? Don't envy the people that oppress you. These people that oppress you, they have told us that we're nothing, we're niggas, we're nobody. You know what I'm saying? They kill us in the street. No justice, no nothing for what's been going on to us, right? God says, don't envy them, meaning don't be like them, right? Read.
And choose none of his ways.
God says, don't choose none of their ways. So how they naturally come out, envy them. We shouldn't want to be like them. The Lord said, don't do that. Don't envy your oppressors. We're the greatest people on the face of this planet. We have everything to offer. You know what I'm saying? So we shouldn't try to be like everybody else.
What is the nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.
Be strong in the Lord.